Hey guys, it's Greg. I said in my last video that I had another statue on its way, and this is it. It's turned up. This is the very limited Kitana statue from Pop Culture Shock. This is the exclusive Bloody Fan version, limited to just 150 pieces worldwide. So a quick look at the box as usual. Nice Mortal Kombat inspired box. Pictures of the statue on each side. The pictures show the regular version, but there is a sticker on the front stating that it's the sideshow exclusive. Strangely, I noticed that on the box it says age 17 plus. Not quite sure why you have to be over 17 to own this statue. I guess they feel it's a bit X-rated. Okay, so there you go. Let's get into the statue itself. Okay, so here we are with the statue itself. While she does a few rotations, I'm just going to tell you a bit about why I bought this statue, because I'm not really a Mortal Kombat fan. I might have played it years ago, but that's not the reason I bought it. And I know some people might find it a bit strange that I spent $350 on a statue I'm not really a fan of, or I'm not a fan of the character. So I ordered this back when I first started getting into statues, and I was a bit kind of unsure what I was doing, I suppose. I kind of received my first couple and I was like blown away by the quality and just how impressive they were in person, and I kind of went a bit crazy and I was ordering here, there and everywhere, and I got kind of caught up in the hype over this statue. And I'm a bit of a sucker for limited numbers, and with only 150 being released, I decided to go ahead and order it. Obviously I love the look of it. I wouldn't order a statue just for the sake of exclusivity. I have to like the statue itself. And I've said in previous videos that I don't necessarily have to be a fan of the character. As long as I love the statue, that's good enough for me. So that's why I ordered it. But since it's been released, there's been a lot of complaints about quality control issues, and I was really nervous about getting this. It got to the point where I almost considered trying to sell it before it was actually shipped to me, because I thought there's no chance of it reaching me in the UK undamaged and quality issue free. But I decided to go ahead and see it. I wanted to see it in person. Basically see what the quality was like, see what I thought of it myself without going on what other people were saying. And I've got to say, I'm glad I kept the order. This is a stunning statue. My one isn't issue free. There are a couple of issues with it which I'm going to try and sort out, get replacements. But overall I'm really happy with this. It is a stunning piece. Okay, so just going to stop the camera a moment, and I'll stop it going around and take you in for a few close-ups and talk about the issues. Okay, so I'm just going to talk you through some of the issues which were reported on this statue and my thoughts on them while we have a closer look. Okay, so first of all, there was an issue with her not fitting in the base properly, and this left leg was floating about 10-20 mil off of the base. Now when I first put this statue together, I had the same problem. It's very hard to get this foot into the base and to get this one aligned up. And when I first put it in, I was like, shit, I've got the same issue, it's going to have to go back. But I persisted, wiggled it about a bit, tried to get the front peg in first, the back peg in first, and with a bit of trial and error it sits in there. I really don't think it's an issue. I mean, I can't talk for everyone else's piece, but it goes in, and once you've got it in there it seems fine. So that was the first issue which I was worried about and isn't a problem. The second issue was the heads not fitting flush. This is the regular head and this one fits in fine. I think part of the problem is there's some really tight tolerances. A hair here is sculpted in a way that it sits on her arm, and as you can see, once it's in place it's very tight. But this regular head was fine, it's slotted in, not a problem at all. You can see it's flush with her collar. The exclusive head, when I first put it in, there was a gap of 2 or 3 mil, and I really had to push to get it to sit flush, but it did go in and it was fine. When I took the regular head out, or the exclusive head, sorry, it was pretty tough to get out because I'd forced it in. Well, not forced it, but it was tight and I had to give it a push. So I can see people are having problems, but I think it just needs a bit of pressure to get in there. And once it was in, it was fine. I mean, now that I've tried it with the exclusive head, I do prefer the regular, as most people do. So I probably won't be putting the exclusive one back in. Okay, the next issue which was cropping up a lot was this join on her loincloth where the front piece attaches to the back. This comes as a separate piece in the box, and it's got 2 holes and 2 pegs on the back piece, so it fits together. And as you can see, there is a slight gap. Now, I don't think when you look at the statue as a whole it's not really noticeable. It's when people zoom in really close, you can see it doesn't quite line up. Is it a problem? I don't really think it is, to be honest. You have to be looking at that, inspecting it really closely to see a problem. And I don't really think it's an issue at all. Now, I mentioned that mine did have a couple of issues, and this is the first one on mine. You can see on the left hand side, I don't know if I'll be able to focus because the spear's in the way. There you go, you can see where the peg is. There's damage on the front piece where that joins the back. So I'm going to have to try and get that replaced, and the paint's a bit shoddy on the loincloth as well. So I've contacted Sideshow. Hopefully they'll send a replacement, but I have a feeling they'll be a bit funny about it and just offer a refund. If that's the case, I'll contact Pop Culture Shock and see if they can do. I haven't had any dealings with them to date, but from what I've seen, their customer service is pretty top notch, so hopefully they'll be able to sort that out. Okay, the next issue was the magnets in these hands not being strong enough, especially with the bloodied fan. It's quite heavy, so people were complaining that the magnets or the hands were falling out. Are they strong enough? They're probably not as strong as you'd want them to be. But once the hand's in there, I can't see mine falling out. I can't speak for others. But when I first got this, I placed the hand in and actually jumped up and down on the floor next to it, and it didn't fall out. So I'm not sure what other people are doing with their statues once they're set up and in place. But I'm quite confident in the strength of the magnet. I display it with the bloodied hands, and I'm more than happy that they're not going to fall out. Okay, the last issue that I can think of was that this loincloth is too long and it touches the base. That is the case. I'm not sure why they've designed it to be quite so long. It does touch the base at the bottom there. You can see on the right hand side it's touching the base. Why they didn't make it a few millimeters shorter to make it a bit easier to fit and to avoid any issues, I don't know. But it fits in there, and again, once it's set up, it's fine. I don't see it being an issue. There you can see it touching on the base. So all in all, I think the issues that have come up, they may be worse on other statues, but for me, I'm pretty happy that once the statue's set up, which is fiddly, they're all fine. Okay, so I think that's all the issues covered. So what do I think of the statue as a whole? I've got to say, I love it. Before it arrived and hearing all the problems, I'd already decided to sell it. But having it now in hand, I just can't stop looking at it. I think it's amazing. It's really got the wow factor from the base, which I think looks great. It's a really cool water effect, and the way it's lapping up on the beach there, I think looks really good. The hand, I don't know the relevance of the hand, but it's really well done. Really nicely painted. There's just so much going on with the... I know some people complained about the base, saying it's a bit over the top. They prefer a black base, but I much prefer bases like this. I think it's just incredible, and with the spears that slot in as well. The paint job on Kitana is really nice. I love the colour, the blues. You've got two shades of blue and a bit of shading as well. The fine detail, really nice. Her sculpt is great. I'm sure some people will love that part. She looks muscular but still feminine and sexy. I'm sure a lot of you will be interested to see this. The back view. Her hair is just amazing. I would say a slight nitpick, it could have been slightly more detailed rather than just a black mass of hair. A bit more fine detail would have been nice. But it looks incredible when you get it out of the box. I was just blown away. The fan's really nicely done. I love the blood effect. I thought they might not be able to make it look like blood. I mean, obviously it is kind of a cartoony blood, but it just adds so much to the statue. I saw one comment on statue forum. Some guy said that the exclusive fans weren't worth having. Oh well, I think they really make the piece. With the regular fans, it's a nice statue. With this one, it's just incredible with the bloody fans. So as I said, this is the regular head, the masked version. The exclusive comes unmasked, which I'll show you just now. I think both of them look really nice. Amazing that Pop Culture Shock included two heads, because the only difference is this mask. Can't see many people displaying it with the unmasked version, but it's nice to have that option. The other issue I haven't told you about yet with mine is you might be able to pick up on this fan, if I can focus on the fan. Come on. You should be able to make that out. It's quite clear that this fan has been broken at the factory and re-glued and pretty poorly painted over. So again, I've contacted Sideshow about that. Hopefully they can send a replacement. But I know a lot of people have been saying that Sideshow are saying they haven't got replacements. But Pop Culture Shock are saying they will receive them shortly. Whether they'll think that's worth replacing or not, I don't know, but I certainly do. If you pay this sort of money for a statue, you don't expect broken pieces which have been poorly repaired. Okay, I just wanted to show you a quick look at the regular version. This is with the regular fans fitted. As you can see, it looks really nice, but I just think the bloody fans just look incredible, and that's how I'll be displaying it. But if you go for this and you get the regular version, it's still a stunning statue. Okay, I just wanted to show you the exclusive head in case you wanted to check it out. You can see how long the mane of hair is when I hold it in my hand. A lot of people complained when they initially saw the pictures of this that it looked like Kirstie Alley, which it kind of did in the preview pictures, but I think the finished product, really nice. It's a really nice face sculpt, painted well, eyes are straight, but I just think it looks so much better with the mask on, so that's how I'll be displaying it. But just so you can check it out, that's the exclusive. I also just wanted to show you the certificate of authenticity which comes with every Pop Culture Shock statue. This is signed by Jerry Macaluso, the owner of Pop Culture Shock, and as you can see, this is number 60 of just 150 pieces. The regular version is still available and is limited to 400 pieces, so even that one is very exclusive. So to finish off, I just wanted to do a size comparison for you. I just measured the statue, and with the fans fitted, she is nearly 22 inches tall. So it's a very large piece. Not sure what she is to the top of her head, but obviously she's in a slightly crouching pose. But overall, massive. Takes up a lot of space, but I was pleased to see it actually does fit in a detolf. So that's how I'll be displaying her. Okay, so there you go, that's my video of the Pop Culture Shock Kitana exclusive. Do I recommend it? Yes. You might be taking a chance with some of the issues that have been reported, but if you can get a good one, I think this is a stunning statue, and I think you'll be very, very happy to own one. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm actually expecting more stuff to arrive this coming week, so hopefully I'll have a couple more videos to show you soon. Thanks for watching, and please leave comments and let me know what you think.